So hi everyone. So this is Jeff. I'm here just because the semester started on Monday. So that means your class with me is starting on Monday, and I just want to check in and kind of test out a few more things and make sure you're kind of so aware of how this online class is going to operate. So if you found these videos on YouTube on the webpage for the course, you probably have all the information you need. But there's some new things. So we posted the official link for the Zoom. So all of the lectures, unless something goes wrong and we have to change it, all the lectures are going to be on that link, and my office hours will be on that link as well. And so I just want to, so let me quickly show you around. And this gives me a chance to practice a couple things at the same time. Okay, so I'm gonna share Safari, which is gonna recurse into the YouTube video for a second. So this is the course webpage. This, you can find the link off of Canvas, but all the information you need for the course is going to be linked off of here. And so, I'm the instructor. I'm Jeff, and we have two TAs assigned. So Hassan and Peter, and we've chosen some times for office hours on they're going to be Mondays and Tuesdays. There'll be quizzes, which will happen basically every other week on Mondays after class. So Hassan's will be right before class for extra help for that. And the homeworks are generally due on Wednesdays. So Hassan and Peter both have office hours Monday and Tuesday. I know how people like to work on them at the last minute. But if these have a lot of conflicts, we can still move these around. All of the office hours Thursdays, and this will also be on Zoom. So it'll be the same link as the class, but they have different links for their own Zoom accounts. Okay, so the link for Zoom will be on this page here, right? So so the link will be here, and you can watch on YouTube live on this link up here as well. The other thing I've done is at the top of the page, I've added a Google Calendar, which should link to here. And I have events with Zoom links for all of the lectures and office hours, and then the final exam is finally linked off there as well. So you can download that and follow that, and you always will know where it is and what the right Zoom link for each of those things is. Yeah, so the other thing we'll be doing that I'll just try out now is during the lecture, we'll be, a couple times, the focus of this class will be mainly about getting you ready how to think about data analysis in the same line as you've taken a probability or linear algebra or discrete structures sort of course, but there will be programming, a little bit in Python, not too much. And we'll do some IPython notebooks if you haven't done these. These are pretty awesome, and we'll do this through Collab, which is an online thing that Google has in place. And we'll kind of walk through some notebooks. I will make sure to link off of these so you can go and try them on your own. But it allows you to type something, and then it prints it, evaluates it right away. So very easy to use, very little setup. And I think pretty much all your homeworks you can just, there should be more than what you can do in these settings. You don't need to worry about setting pretty much anything up in the class. So okay. So as far as everything else goes, so I just want to say, I hope most of you can join on Zoom for most, if not all, of the lectures. I know some people have scheduling issues, or the connectivity might not be flaky where you are that time of day. So we have them on YouTube as well. They'll be live. That's about a 15-20 second delay. But you can still watch in there, or it's going to be archived pretty much pretty much immediately. They promise within 24 hours, but usually it's immediately you can find it. And I'll make sure those are linked off of the playlist. While on Zoom, I'm going to encourage all of you to turn on your cameras. It's not required to. You can put virtual backgrounds if you want to. Those are fine as long as they're not something that's too out of bounds. But it helps to feel like other people are there. It'll certainly help me a lot, so I can be more interactive with the class. And I'll encourage you to ask questions. The easiest way to do that, and a pretty low barrier to asking questions, is to do it in the chat. And I'll be monitoring the chat of Zoom during the lecture, and I can ask questions that way. It's pretty interactive. Hopefully you did a little bit of this in the spring. But if you want to ask them, if I'm not paying attention, you want to interrupt me, until this becomes a problem, it's okay to just say, hey, Jeff, I have a question, interrupt me. That's fine. I'm usually pretty flexible with these things. We'll have a TA who'll be a co-host who can help manage some of this stuff during each of the lectures. So please, I'm hoping it's a fun, friendly environment where we can, it's not just me who's kind of just speaking into the void. I've thought a little bit too much of it was just white background behind me, so whatever should be fine. All right, okay. So the other thing is there's a one of the students has posted a channel on, a Discord channel for the course. We've decided we're not going to be kind of actively involved in this Discord channel for most of the course. The main form of communication for the course will be the Zoom lecture and office hours and through Canvas. All announcements and homework turn-ins will be through Canvas. But I'd really like to encourage interactive, lively lectures. And one way to keep you engaged is to have this back channel on Discord where you guys can chat with each other. You can say, oh, I didn't understand what he said, or, oh, that was a really bad joke, huh? And I don't know what you're going to say, but I'm hoping to keep you engaged. And so have Discord open at the same time and be discussing stuff. And if things bubble up where you want to ask me a question, that's great. But if someone else can answer a question, that's also fine. So for this, I think we're going to have one of the TAs is going to try and be on Discord during the lecture to help facilitate some of this stuff. But we're not planning to monitor that actively throughout the semester. Think of Discord generally, this channel, I hope, will generally be an extension of the classroom, which means that university kind of conduct policy will apply. So be nice to people and all of that sort of stuff. Yeah. So okay. So that's there's one last thing I want to say. Oh yeah. Well, let's go back to the webpage and I changed the schedule slightly since the last time I left you guys a message. There's going to be a quiz 0 now. This will be a Canvas quiz. This will be the second Monday of class. I hope this is very easy. It's going to be about the syllabus of the class. Okay. So it's kind of, it'll fits with their schedule of pacing, having a quiz every 2 weeks on Monday. This is going to be a practice. It'll be worth like a quarter of the other quizzes. I hope all the quizzes are easy. In fact, they're kind of there to make sure you're kind of pacing yourself with the lectures of the class and to keep you engaged. But this one will be mainly about the syllabus and the running of the class. And you'll be able to look at the syllabus during it in this case. Okay, but this will practice for all of us involved. I hope is the case and hope everything goes smoothly, but just be aware that this quiz 0 has been a slight change there. So the other thing I want to do, I want to say I'm very excited about this class. Have my trim my hair in the backyard of my house, to get ready, make sure I'm looking sharp. I think it's going to be a really exciting semester. You guys are going to learn a lot about data analysis. It's a really useful skill in today's economy. You know, the class should be at a fairly gradual pace. We're not going to try and cram too much in, much less than if you take kind of the machine learning or the data mining course. Be slower than that, but you're going to learn a lot at the same time, and you'll be kind of ready to kind of start doing this stuff, the basics by the end of the course. Some like clustering, dimensional reduction, classification. You know, not as in depth as these other courses, but you will be kind of learn the language and feel comfortable with that language. And a lot of that is mathematical, but there are other aspects as well that we'll touch on in the class. So, okay, so one last thing I wanted to do, I wanted to practice kind of all the mechanisms of class to make sure this works. And, you know, as I mentioned, a lot of it will be lecturing on the iPad, and now you should be seeing the screen of the iPad. And so I will be lecturing stuff about kind of going over the schedule. The first section will be on probability, and then we'll get into some like linear algebra. Okay, and these are the two main kind of languages of data analysis. You know, there's another view of this through calculus, which is not the way how I'm going to do it. I kind of provide I'd like to approach it from geometric. You can see pictures instead of everything being calculus based, but we'll touch on some calculus as well. So these will provide the foundation, and then we'll get into things that will be based on these, like linear regression. So clustering, so dimensionality, reduction, and finally, so classification. Okay, so these are kind of the core aspects of these, and through this, you know, a couple of really important tools will be that we'll use are going to be cross validation is going to be how you evaluate stuff with data, models with data, and one of the main tools for finding these models is going to be gradient descent. And this is calculus based, but it's not going to be too hard. Okay, so this is just a preview of all the things we're going to do. That'll end it for now, and looking forward to seeing all of you on Monday. Okay, now I need to remember